Now we are going to discuss about the Z transform. So as I said, Z transform is applied on a sequence of functions, discrete point function, and this is how it is defined. So here the sequence xk, where k varies from 0 to infinity. So here k is the variable. K is the variable. So your sequence will be having the terms x0, x1, x2 and so on. Okay. Now we have these rules for the Z transform. So let's first see how these rules work. So when we are looking for the function xk, we look it in the first column and the corresponding Z transform in the second column. This is how we denote the Z transform, the capital Z. Like we use capital L for the Laplace transform. Okay, so this first rule says that Z transform, I am using this thing, two lines to represent Z because I am not able to write the bold one. So Z transform of 1 is Z over Z minus 1. So remember, this is for 1. This is not for any other constant. Okay. So what I mean is, if you have to find Z transform of 3, you cannot change 3 here by 1 by 3 because this is for 1. So yes, how you will find it? You can write it as 3 times Z transform of 1, which is 3 times Z transform of 1 is Z over Z minus 1. So because 3 is a scalar, you can take scalar outside. So this is how you work with this rule. Okay. Similarly, if you need to find Z transform of say E, now again E is a scalar because you can able to calculate the value from the calculator. So you can write E.
This.
So similarly, what we can say that Z transform of any constant, if we have to find, then we will go with this first rule. So similarly, if you have say Z transform of E, as I was explaining, so E is a constant, you can take E outside. Z transform of 1, Z transform, and Z transform of 1 is Z over Z minus 1. We got the answer. So this is how you can do it with any scalar. Like if you have ln of 3, again it's a scalar, so you can write ln of 3 times Z transform of 1, which is ln of 3 Z over Z minus 1. Okay, so this is how you work with first rule. Now second rule says that Z transform of K is Z over Z minus 1 square. So here again 1 is fixed, it cannot be changed. Okay, and K is not a constant, K is a variable. As I said, K is a variable, so K is a sequence variable. So what kind of examples you can get from it is Z transform of say 7K. So 7 is a scalar, take it outside, times Z transform of K, which is equal to 7 times Z transform of K is Z over Z minus 1 power 2. So this is how you can work with these two rules. Now let's see the next rule. This rule says that Z transform of A power K is Z over Z minus A. Now here you can see that A is a constant. So what it means when A is a constant, it means when you change, when the value of A change, you make change here. Okay, this is what is the rule. If A here change, you have to change here. If it is plus A, you make it minus A. If it is minus, you can make it plus. Okay, so how it will work, how this rule will work. For example, if we take first example, Z transform of say 3 and power K. So this will be z over z minus 3, because here we have a as 3. Okay. Similarly, if I make it like z transform of minus 3 and power k. See, this minus sign is with the power k. It's changing. So it will be z over, what is the value of a here? Minus 3. So when you put it here, z over minus
3.
So it will become z over z plus 3. You can do it direct. Third, what is possible if I say z transform of minus 3 power k. So see, this question is different than first and second. In first one there is no minus. In second one the minus is going with power. But here it's not included in the power k. So it means minus sign is outside. Z transform of 3 power k. So this gives you minus Z transform of 3 power k by using this rule. Z over Z minus 3. So this is the difference. Suppose I have to find Z transform of say 3 power 2k. How we will find it? By using these rules. The idea is here the power should be k. Just k. We should not have any number multiplied with k. So what we will do? We will try to get rid of this number 2 with it. So for that what we are going to do? We can write it like 3 power 2k. We can write it as 3 power 2 multiply k. This gives you 9k. So this becomes now Z transform of 9k. And now use this rule. This gives you Z over Z minus 9. Okay. So what is the thing? You can use the rules, the identities, the law of indices. So here what we used? If we have x power m times n for any numbers, we can write x power m times n or x power n times n. So similarly we can work with other laws, like if you have a plus b, you can write it as x power a times x power b. If you have x power a minus b, it is x power a. Actually divide x power b, but you can even write it in the negative notation, x power minus b. Both are okay. So you need to remember these rules of indices to solve such questions. Of these rules, like suppose if you have example of Z transform of say 3 power 2k plus, if I'll write say 10, then here you have to use both the rules together. First separate them. So you can write 3 power 2k plus 10. As it is plus, none of the rule apply with plus. So you have to separate them by using this rule. 3 power 2k times 3 power 10. Okay, 3 power 10, keep it same, not a problem. Then again 2k, it will be a problem. So write it as 9 power k times 3 power 10. Then substitute this value here. This gives you Z transform of 3 power 2k plus 10 as Z transform of 9k times 3 power 10. Now it's in multiplication and 3 power 10 is constant. Take it outside. So it will become 3 power 10 Z transform of 9k. For this, now use this rule. 3 power 10 Z over Z minus 9. So this is how you will work. So let's work on this rule. This rule says that Z transform of k, a power k, is az over z minus a square. Sorry. So what is happening here? Whatever a you are having, you are replacing at two places, here and here. Okay, this is your a, this is a, and this is a. So here you are replacing two places. So
square it.
now if you work on it, say z transform of k 7 power k. So your a is here 7, this value. So this gives you 7 z over z minus 7 power 2. What is happening? Okay. Similarly, what will happen if it is k minus 7 power k? Now your a is minus 7, right? So use it here. Minus 7z over z minus the value of a. A is minus 7 square. So it become minus 7z divide z, minus minus become plus 7 square. So if it is, it's simple. If it is plus a, here it is plus and down it is negative. And if it is minus, up it is negative, down it become positive, like this. Now this question can be from any one of the rule. Say if you have to find z transform of, I'll say 10 minus 3 into minus 5 power k plus 2 to the power 3k minus 1. Then how we will answer it? So what you have to do, find the z transform of each term separately and then add or subtract the result. Remember, this is possible because in between we have plus or minus. So linearity property hold. So for 10 we can use the first rule. It give you 10 z over z minus 1. For second one, 3 is scalar, keep it same. Minus 5k, we will use this rule. Z over z. If it is minus, it become plus 5 to the power k. 5, sorry, not power k. This power should not be there. Z over z plus 5. Now for the last term, first we need to separate it. 2 power 3k times 2 power minus 1. Again, we need just k. So 2 power 3 and k times 2 power minus 1. This gives you 8 power k 2 minus 1. Now apply rule for 8 power k. Z over z minus 8 times 2 power minus 1. So the final answer will be, for first term, 10z over z minus 1. In between these two the sign is negative. 3z over z plus 5. In between the sign is plus, so it is z over z minus 8 times 2 to the power minus 1. So it's okay, you can either write 2 power minus 1 or you can write half, both is fine. Okay, so this will be your answer. Now when we have to find the z transform of this function, which we denote by gk, now again we have to make use of these rules. So before applying the rules, it's always important to simplify the terms first. So here you can see that 4k and bracket, and we know that in maths we use it for multiplication. So 4k is multiplied with both the terms. So we first simplify it, like 4k multiply with 5 over k plus 4k multiply minus 3 power 2k minus the second term we write same minus 9. Now we have to cancel the same term. So we can see that here it is k and k. We can cancel it together. Okay, so what we left after that? 4 times 5, that gives you 20. Then 4k. This minus 3 power 2k. In the power we need only k. So we can write it as minus 3, its power 2 and its power k. Minus, again we need to split up this term. 5 power 2k times 5 power 1 minus 9. Still we didn't apply the operator. First we are converting the term into the form so that we can apply the transform operator. Now 20 minus 9, can write it as 11. We can combine first and last term. Plus 4k minus 3 power 2. 3 times 3 gives you 9. Minus sign 2 times become positive. 9 power k. So again this term become in the form of this rule. Minus here 5 power 2. So again you can write 5 power 2 times k, 5 power 1. So still we need some simplification. 11 plus 4k, 9 to the power k minus this become 25 power k times 5 to the power 1. Now this is the simplified expression. Now we apply the Z transform. So Z transform of this is Z transform of 11 using the linearity property. Now 4 is a constant, take it outside. Z transform of k, 9 power k minus 5 to the power 1 is a constant. Z transform of 25 to the power k. Apply it for 11. We will make use of first rule. This gives you 11 z over z minus 1 plus 4. For this one we will make use of the last rule. A is 9 here. So it gives you 9z over z minus 9 power 2 minus 5. For this one we'll make use of this rule. Z over z minus 25. So either you can stop here or you can simplify multiplying 4 with 9. So this will give you 11z over z minus 1 plus 9 times 4, 36z over z minus 9 power 2 minus 5z over z minus 25. This completes the solution. So this is the question which is testing all the rules together.